We have a proclamation for Houston County Gives Day. Julie Gonzalez with the food bank that we just mentioned will be here. As you know, hopefully you know, this year Houston County Gives Day is being done in conjunction with Spirit of Service Day, which I think is a great idea. Houston County Gives will have all the nonprofits that are taking part in it will be set up on that day over at the Eagle Eye on the corner of Cherokee and the Circle. You can go and visit. There'll be ways to monetarily help these organizations through the internet during that time. And just a good time for us to recognize and support a lot of our nonprofits. Many of them will be here on Monday. We'll have a crowd. If you all remember last year, there'll be a big crowd there. Here of the nonprofits that are participating, and we look forward to that. The other proclamation is for Child Abuse Prevention Month. Somebody from Child Advocacy will be here for that, and may have a presentation for us at that time. Any objection to adding those two items to the agenda?
No objection.
No objection.
Okay. All right, moving on to the regular agenda. The first item is a request from the probate judge to award bid for printing the 2014 Houston County voter list to be published in the Dothan Eagle. The probate judge and his staff, some of his staff, are here and can comment on this if you have questions. As you all should know, this is something that we are required to do every year. We have attempted annually, I think, to pass legislation that would help counties and the state on the cost of printing this, but to this point we've been unable to get anything done. It just seems that with the age we live in with the internet and everything else, we could do this in a different manner. But as of today, we're not, so we will do what we need to do. We have the price you have a price in your package. And I do want to mention, we used to pay for the printing and insertion right at $30,000 for this, and because we now, it used to be an ad rate. Now it's printed, and then we pay an insertion rate, and we save, I guess, over $10,000 altogether by doing it that way. So it's working better, but it's still an expense that we could probably cut if we could be allowed. So. Any questions for the judge or Susan relative to this?
When will they run this ad?
It will run on.
I hate to say this, but you need to come up here. Sorry.
April 23rd?
Not before it altogether.
No, that's okay.
Seems kind of early.
It will run on April the 23rd, which is a Wednesday. The law requires that it run 20 days prior to the election. That will actually be 41 days prior to the election.
Will we have to run it again before November, or just the updates?
Just the updates, as I understand.
Okay.
Now, there'll be an additional publication in this primary as well.
Okay.
There'll be a second supplement that's printed
Closer.
10 days before.
Okay.
It'll be run a little bit more. I think we run it about 13 days before, but by law, it's got to be run at least 10 days before.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any questions for the judge before he runs and sits down? All right. Any objection to adding that to the agenda?
No objection.
Okay. Item number 2 is a request from the Sheriff's Department to replace the courthouse x-ray machine and to pay 50% of the cost, not to exceed $12,000, in partnership with the Judicial Administrative Fund. The sheriff would have been, or his representative would have been here today, but his whole command staff is in training today. They will be here on Monday. I asked them if they couldn't come today to come Monday if we put this on the agenda. As you all should be aware, we've had issues with the county, first the county x-ray machine at the courthouse, and then shortly thereafter the state machine went down. There's 2 x-ray machines that help jurors and everyone else get through. There was a time when both of them were down, and I think if you all didn't get any calls, I took them for you, I guess, but there was a mess getting jurors in because they were having to do the scans by hand. The state did step up and take care of their machine. They repaired it. They looked at the possibility of replacing it, but they did repair it. The machine that we own, it is a county machine, is not repairable. It is outdated, so we need to purchase a new one. The Judicial Administrative Fund was created a few years ago to help with things like this, and they have easily enough money to help us with this. Judge Conaway and I have talked several times, and they agreed to share in the price and the cost with us. So basically, you see, we hope it'll come in, and we'll end up spending less than the $12,000, but we're taking bids on the thing, and we need to do it not just for the security, but for the flow of traffic. If you all have been down there when we have jury trials, you know, the line goes all the way out the door and around the street, down the street. So we need to be able to move those folks as quickly as possible, and this will help with that. This is non-budgeted, so this would be unappropriated funding. Any questions about this? As I said, if you have administrative questions, I can hopefully answer them. If you have security questions, then you need to defer till Monday, if you will, when the sheriff's people are here.
Will we get a competitive bid on them? Or?
Well, we actually have sent the bids out in anticipation of moving forward with this as quickly as we can. I don't know when they're due back. I don't think by Monday, but yeah, we are bidding it. Other questions or comments from anyone? Any objection to adding that to the agenda?
No objection.
All right. Item number 3 is request to approve countywide implementation of automated garbage collection to include purchase and/or lease of 5 trucks and 12,000 cans to go into service fall of 2014. We talked a little bit about this last week. I think we're all, and most of the folks I've talked to out in the county, are excited about this item. Certainly it is a costly item. A lot of times when we are spending this kind of money, folks don't get excited about it, but I think in this case, most everybody I've talked to are pretty excited about us moving forward with this. The cost is, as you know, we're doing this for several reasons. One, it's much more efficient. We can go from 3 people on a truck to 1. We believe it's going to lower our insurance costs and create a much safer environment for our employees, as Kelly nods her head in the back. So overall, we believe we'll recover the cost not too far down the road, but there is a significant cost, and Mr. Dempsey has been working to get it, get the lease in place and payment and whatnot. But we hope to get everything. We need to order the trucks by April 1st before the price goes up. Yes. We need to get all of the trucks and the cans in, and we're hoping to implement this October and November and be fully implemented by November, but by Thanksgiving, But we put fall on here to give us a little leeway if we needed it. Right. Mr. Kirkland, you want to make any comments about it?
We think it's the way to go. It's less people. It's almost completely paid for by the reduction in labor, safer, more efficient. Public likes it. We like it. I think it's just a win-win for everybody.
I assume over the next months, if we approve it Monday, we'll be going through the same sign-up process we did on a small scale down in Madrid. So, we need to let our citizens know that, you will be getting some instructions in some manner on how to sign up and how to make sure you're part of that. We need everyone to turn that information in. We don't want to have to come out and look for everybody, but we need everyone that creates garbage to provide that information at the proper time. So that'll.
How do we let
Go ahead.
How do we let the folks know that they're going to get a can and that they need to? Is it a postcard that we send?
Well, we send the mail out, and this is actually Mr. Dempsey's square here, but and they can reply by mail, or they can come in and down in Madrid, they could actually go to Madrid and sign up with Miss Elaine. And, you know, we're gonna talk to our mayors and see if they'll be open to that option as well, but, you know, they really have 3 options to do it. I'm not sure if they could do it on the internet or not.
Got it. We offer options, though. They'll be able to sign up, and we'll partner with Wiregrass Electric in the notification process.
Okay, but they get a letter or postcard, that's what they do, okay.
Well, they'll probably get an insert
In their bill?
in their bill.
And then we found that, and just in the test area, we picked up how many customers out of,
Picked up out of 100 and, what was it, 175
270.
or 270? We got about 12 new customers.
so that's pretty good. If we do that countywide, it's gonna be really good, but,
If we have 2 groups of customers, basically, Wiregrass Electric and Alabama Power.
Right.
Wiregrass Electric partners with us. Every time somebody cuts off or on their electricity, we stop or add billing. So we've got a very good control, but with Alabama Power, we try our best, but there's people moving in and out all the time, so it's hard to.
No alert
put a
mechanism.
lasso around that one.
Okay.
One other thing I'd like to add was, we also, the benefit would be a cleaner community, you know, less garbage and trash on our highways. So,
For sure.
it is correct. Any other comments? Or from anyone? We will, like I say, hopefully have this implemented by Thanksgiving, so can move forward with it. All right, any objection to adding that item to the agenda?
no objection.
All right. Item number 4 is request to designate the Personnel Office Building, the former RSVP building, as a courthouse annex for the purpose of holding personnel board meetings. I know this is an odd thing, but we discovered, I think actually Mr. Scherer advised me, that the law says that personnel board meetings actually are to be held in the courthouse, as it does with the probate judge. He's supposed to be in the courthouse. So years ago, we designated the admin building as a courthouse annex. When we temporarily moved, we designated the old mayor building as a courthouse annex. And now, since personnel is moving across the street to the building that RSVP used to be in, and will be holding their personnel board meetings over there, in order for them to lawfully do that, we will need to designate that building as a courthouse annex. So just wanted you to know why we were doing some of these things. Any questions about that?
None.
All right, any objection to adding that to the agenda?
No objection.
All right, item number 5 is a request from personnel to enter into a service agreement with ESS to provide pre-employment background screening. As you all hopefully know, when we hire new people, we do background checks. We've been doing it for a long time, and this, I think the company we're changing to is going to, according to personnel, give us a shorter response time and a better cost. So that's a win-win, correct? Personnel director is here, and you are welcome to ask her any questions relative to this, if you'd like.
Already asked her.
You already asked her? Okay. Questions, comments from anyone?
No comments.
Sherry? No? All right. Any objection to adding that to the agenda?
No objection. No objection.
Okay, item number 6 is a request from the Hodgesville Volunteer Fire Department for assistance with removing several tree stumps located next to the fire department's parking lot per county policy. The situation there, and Mr. Kirkland can comment on this if necessary, that there were several trees around their parking lot. The roots were basically causing a problem in the parking lot. Understand this is a voting place, so our issue is not just for the volunteer fire department, but it's for the safety of folks going to vote. So they cut the trees down, and now they would like us to remove the stumps. We will not do this before the election because we don't want to have, ground and parking lot and things messed up while people are trying to vote. We'll do it somewhere down the road, and our policy states that anytime we do work for a volunteer fire department, that they cover the cost of the materials, which, you know, I think it's a couple $1,000, not a lot in this case. But wanted to go ahead and get it on the agenda, and then we, as always, we'll work it in when we can.
Yes, we just backed up, you know, right now, so
Right.
it's gonna be a little while.
Any questions about this or comments
None?
from anyone? All right, objections to adding that to the agenda?
No objection.
None?
Okay, item number 7 is request to approve revisions to a preliminary plat for Country Village Estates subdivision. And you see item number 8 is request to approve the final plat. That's a little unusual, so I'm going to let Engineer Kirkland explain what we're doing here.